Happy birthday, Virgo. Yay. I hope that if you've had your birthday already, that it was great. And if it's still coming up, I hope it's wonderful. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. I hope that this reading is helpful to you in some way. I hope that it's encouraging and insightful. I hope it can come alongside you and assist you in gaining a greater sense of clarity about something. I hope it provides confirmation and validation as well. But only take the messages if they resonate, right? You know yourself best. So bounce everything off your own intuition and take what you want and leave the rest. All right, let's start with the bell. If you're sensitive to sound, turn down the volume for a second, okay? Here we go. Birthday reading. All right. What's coming up for Virgo? Ooh, 6 of Wands. Triumph. Triumphant. Keep your chin up, Virgo. Keep your chin up. Because that way, it'll already be up as you're riding out of the situation with your head held high, right? The 6 of Wands is victory. It's victorious energy. Coming out of battle victorious. Okay. Coming out of a conflict, coming out of a challenge with your head held high, victorious. Okay. For some of you too, there'll be recognition in some way, ultimately for all, being seen for who you truly are, being valued for who you truly are, feeling triumphant in who you truly are and how you decided to handle things. And I heard you win some, you lose some, being real with yourself, like, learning from past mistakes, implementing that learning, and that also being something that feels triumphant, right? Because it is. King of Cups, yeah. It feels really good, It feels really good. And it shows this deeper emotional mastery with the King of Cups, really embodying this new level of emotional awareness and emotional wisdom. So much growth, so much emotional growth, spiritual growth. Again, much to triumph with, about. There's just such a beautiful sense of trusting your heart. Sorry, trusting your heart. I just inhaled some intense smoke. Sorry, Virgo. Excuse me. What I was saying is that there's just this beautiful energy of trusting one's heart and really being able to witness the positive results of that. Yeah. So that means you can continue to trust your heart, right? Continue to trust your heart. We've got the Nine of Cups. And we've got the Death card. Interesting. You know, there's been definitely some like funky energy about, I'm pretty sure Mercury is retrograde in your sign, I believe, Virgo. Yeah. There feels like, I bring that up just because there feels to be this kind of vibe here of like something kind of coming back around that you may have felt that you've handled, you know, in some way. And like yeah, like if that's the case for you, it's a problem that you recognize, unfortunately, that you have triumphed over before. You've handled this before, right? This is where like that learning comes in. So employing that learning that you've gained from the past, dealing with whatever circumstance this is, and you know, just continue to apply that learning. Trust your heart, you know, protect your peace, you know, yeah, protect your peace, protect your joy, your happiness. But just as this thing, you know, comes, maybe coming back around in some way, you know, thinking that you may have handled it, but now there's just like a whole new level. Anyway, there's something, either a dot your I's, cross your T's kind of moment with this, whatever it is. Just as it can blow back in, it can blow back out again, right? With the Death card here, that is transition and change. So we've got the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, you know, remaining grounded, connecting to your body, connecting to the earth, tending to your heart. Really, this is, yeah, listening to your heart, tending to your heart, trusting yourself, you know, focusing on what feels good, and handling what you need to handle in ways that feel authentic to you. This Six of Wands, again, remember, this is victory. So there's a lot of triumph in this energy. Because it's interesting, Virgo, I'm even talking about this because like not a lot of like conflict, there's like no conflict cards on the board, but the Six of Wands comes after the Five of Wands, which is a card of like challenge, competition, you know, conflict, tension, things like that. So that's why I'm saying that like this could be a situation that's coming back around in some way. And remember that you've handled it once before. You're handling it again, and you get better each time, and it will change. The Death card, it will change. Yeah. I really feel this sense of like focusing on the joy of life with the Nine of Cups and the King of Cups and the Six of Wands, like just this sense of joy and success and prosperity and abundance. We've got the King of Pentacles coming out now too, two kings. Just focusing on the life that you have been creating for yourself, you know, and your happiness, your joy, and you know, and with the kings here, there's a lot of responsibilities here. So it's not just like this sense of being selfish. It's just really, really trusting yourself, checking in with yourself, valuing yourself, making space for yourself so that you can tend to the responsibilities that come with the kings here, right? There's definitely things, you know, in relationships and, you know, responsibilities. But they're beautiful. There's a lot of beautiful success, stability, happiness here. Yeah, there seems like to be with this Knight of Wands, almost this kind of like battening down the hatches in a way to protect like your realm, your realm, and it's just energetic, and it's like a force field, because again, right, to only take things that has as if they resonate. There could be certain energies kind of coming back around, blowing back into your field a bit. So enacting that force field around what you need to until it again blows back out. You know, and going to defend the gates when needed, right? But there's major transformation here too, so something in this situation like really could reveal itself this time around and like really be seen for what it is. The truth of the matter could reveal itself just naturally with the Death card. This is natural change. Who knows, right? But there's definitely change here. There's transformation. There's rebirth in some form or another, which is fresh and catalyzing. You know, Death card isn't always comfortable though, right? But I definitely, definitely could be the sense of something, a truth revealing itself just naturally about the situation. That, you know, it's a sense of validation that I'm feeling with that. That's very validating and victorious for you, naturally. Like, just... So, again, there is a sense of kind of observing this from, like, the King of Pentacles, King of Cups space, right? Like, up here, observing, and then, you know, bringing that Knight of Wands into action when necessary to really defend the gates, enact the force field, continue to protect your peace, experience joy, prioritize joy in your life, be there for the sweet things. Yeah. And that's not to say to bypass anything that's difficult at all. I just feel like there's just this sense of knowing to just keep focusing, you know, not to let this distract you too much, right? Because if you are resonating with that message, if something is blowing through, it's gonna blow on out too. And there also could just be natural truths that reveal themselves too, that is just quite validating for you. And we got the Knight of Swords too. So the, you know, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands are like not to be messed with at all. So they're not pacifists at all. However, I don't sense you calling in like the big guns like right away. You just know that you can, I guess, right? You know, that sharp, truthful tongue of yours. Woo! You know what I mean? and also that fire that Virgo, you know, that Virgo that you have with the Knight of Wands to enact that part of your energy. And but again, I sense there's a sense of being tempered and like staying in your lane, but again, knowing from what you've learned from the past how to navigate this, handle this, and when and where you want to respond in certain ways. Super interesting reading, Virgo, for your birthday. We got the Fool at the bottom of the deck, so there is such beautiful fresh energy, bright new beginnings, expansion, lightness, adventure, new chapters, new seasons, new experiences, you know, new environment, whatever it may be. There's delicious, fresh energy coming through with this, like windows being opened up with the fresh air coming through, you know, the Death card, the sun coming up kind of thing, after, you know, a dark night, a new season. That's something that symbolizes the Death card, and you are, you know, your season is leading up to the shift in season. So by the equinox, that's when it shifts. So again, something could be blowing on through at this time. But much to look forward to, much to celebrate, like much to give yourself a pat on the back over, okay? Ooh, beautiful. We've got the Queen of Swords. Sorry. Queen of Swords. We've got the Two of Wands. The Eight of Wands. And the Two of Cups. Oh my gosh. That's really beautiful. Yeah, beautiful new paths opening up. Yeah, lots of movement in the energy, fresh energy, change, shifts, momentum, love with this Two of Cups, Queen of Swords. Like there's this sense of really like really knowing what you want, and going and getting it. But there's definitely movement in the energy, Virgo. There's a lot that's coming through. There's a lot of positive shifts and change and freshness. There's a lot of innovation. There's a lot of insight. There's a lot of intention, new experiences, new connections. That could be love for some of you. That could be friends. That could be community or work or all of the above. But if you're like already partnered up already, this could be like a new chapter in your relationship that's really exciting, that is taking you to new levels, new places, or you're experiencing new things. But this could also be like meeting new people, going somewhere, you know, whether you're in a relationship or not. There's new people, places, and things and experiences here that is really expansive and inspiring. And I really feel a strong confidence, Virgo, with this Queen of Swords, of really knowing who you are and trusting your voice, your truth, and being curious. You know, the Queen of Swords is very curious. So there's definitely things that are piquing your curiosity, that are inspiring you, that are, that are just inspiring you. Or you'll be expressing yourself. Wow, interesting. So the horizons are opening up. There's so much that's just absolutely delicious here. There's just some funky energy off to the side here that might be causing a little bit of cloud, like it might be a little murky, a little cloudy. But keep trusting the path that you're on. There's whole new path. Trust the path that you're on. Then there's pathways opening from that pathway. There's all of these opportunities just opening up, popping up. There's a lot of fresh, exciting, beautiful energy here. And you know, there's a lot of prosperity and abundance and stability here, both internally and externally, with the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So you've got to this level of maturity and wisdom. And it's really exciting, you know, it's really exciting. And there's a lot of triumph here with the Wands, like 6 of Wands. It's interesting, not to like focus too much on that again, but it's just something that's tugging me. It keeps tugging me back to this Death card. And I did see the 7 of Swords a few times when I was shuffling the cards preparing for the reading, Virgo. And I was like, okay, interesting, we'll see if that comes out. And it's not out, but it feels like it should be. Like there's almost this kind of like imprint energetically, or this like 7 of Swords frequency wafting through that's kind of shady and weird, sabotagey. Okay, there's a kind of a sabotagey energy. There could be internal sabotage, external sabotage, or both, who knows, but there's something there. That's why it just feels like keep sitting back, like, you know, on your throne with these kings here and this queen. And because as this blows in again, there could be some truths revealed about it. And it feels again very validating, because there's a sense of like letting nature do its part, like letting life kind of reveal. You know how things can kind of tumble up from, like, you know, the earth, like rocks can kind of come up, like there's things that are being unearthed, is really what I'm trying to say. And it feels like it's a natural process, like it's like, so I mean, it's bringing me back to the force field. That could be something, you know, like kind of imagining a force field, but there's definitely an energetic protection that I feel very strongly in your reading, Virgo. So you know, you could be focusing a lot on protection, because there's so much here about protecting your peace, and continue to do that. Continue to do like parameter checks of your boundaries, your energy, of your, you know, your aura, your field, your space, your physical space. You know, just keeping things cleansed and clean, and like doing the things that feel authentic to you, you know, to focus on your peace, enjoying your life, focusing on your life. Again, let nature do its part in a way. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands that peeked out. There are action items that are to be taken, and that you are taking. It's just finding that that balance of also kind of sitting back and letting nature do its part too, because a lot of doors are opening for you right now. And there might be some energy that's trying to come on in some way and try to pull, like, distort the energy so that these new opportunities, these new doors that are opening aren't visible as much. But there's nothing that can be done that is going to stop these doors from opening. It just feels like a mist or something is wafting through this reading, if that makes sense. A mist. Yeah, a mist. A fog. There's like a fog. Something trying to like distort the visibility of these opportunities. Feast of plenty, choices and their consequences. Yeah, this is a card about reward. This is a card about triumph and victory. Spirit hosting a feast for you. There's a lot of doors opening up. There's a lot of, oh, look at that, Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. A lot of opportunities and a lot of exciting change. And there's a lot of love and joy and bliss and happiness, success here. There's just a mist coming through. So if you're feeling that, again, find that happy balance of the action items to be taken, but also, you know, it's like almost like know when to descend down the mountain and know when not to, kind of thing. Okay, because there's also the sense of Spirit hosting a feast for you, a banquet for you. Going back to the beginning of this reading, talking about, you know, how you win some, you lose some, and reflecting on, you know, the time, or the lessons learned, right? And employing those lessons and keeping your chin up. That goes right back to the beginning of this reading. Keep your chin up, Virgo. Keep your chin up, because then it'll be, you know, it keeps it high, because you're riding out of the situation with your head held high, right? It's, you know, stay ready so you don't have to get ready kind of energy. But there's a lot of reward and blessings. Harvest. The seeds of your harvest, your intentions, your action, your energy, your effort that you've put into this harvest. It is now time to reap the harvest, and Spirit is preparing your harvest into a beautiful banquet for you. Yes, it's beautiful. So, you know, go back to that Four of Pentacles, anchor that in as this mist of distortion wafts through. It has no weight to it. It's mist, but it is distorting. So again, take it how it resonates. But as it blows in, it also blows out. And hey, that might be part of your blessing with Spirit, that a natural truth will be revealed about the situation and feel very validating. And you didn't have to stoop to any lows to get it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get you a Rumi card. 30, Whirling Goddess. Oh. This is the first card that I got when I actually bought this deck. I think it was actually Virgo season back then too, which is funny and interesting. A little cute connection. Okay. There we go. Lose your head. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle. Rumi. Come, my love, are you dizzy yet? If you can still find your feet, then that is okay with me, but if you can still find your head, then I will take issue. There is a great dance, but it cannot be danced with choreographed steps. No, this great dance demands a response rather than an initiation, a reaction rather than a direction. So let us dissemble and lose our heads to the great music, the rhythm held steady in our beating hearts. Our feet shall be moving whilst our minds, inadequate to the task, take the night off.